Welcome, everybody. Thank you for taking the time out. First and foremost, I really appreciate it. I'm not going to blather on. I want to really get down to the information of what's got me excited and what I'm pumped up for, because this is the first ever Project 2000 call. Okay, and what we're looking to achieve here in the UK is big. Hopefully we've got a lot of entrepreneurs on the call on the call tonight, business-minded people who really want to take a look at what we're doing. Okay, and I want to tell you a little bit about me. My name is Josh Maskell. I'm 26. I'm from Leeds. Left university at 22 years old. Couldn't find any work. Always had that entrepreneurial spirit. Always wanted to go out and find that, and I believed I got that. Okay, I got my start with a nutrition company, and I saw the ability in that company to build big. I'd seen success stories, but just wasn't for me. Okay, it just wasn't for me in terms of what was going on there a little bit, and so I kept open-minded. I looked around and I saw what was going on, and I ventured across this. Okay, and as I've said, this is the first ever Project 2000 call. Over the next 90 days, we're looking to take this to the moon. We're looking to put in 2,000 new people who want to make full-time, part-time, and little bits of income, whatever that might be for you. Okay, it's all relative. Okay, and as I've said, I got started with a Skype call. Okay, it was a Skype call. On there, I met a gentleman called Mr. Dave Doyle from Canada, and for me, that was it. Okay, I got that Skype call from some training, and most of you are seeing this opportunity for the first time today. Okay, you're probably thinking, what's going on? You've heard the stories, your friends chucking coffee at you, whatever. Is it too good to be true? What is it about? Okay, and the fact of the matter is that a company in such a short amount of time has created so many success stories. Okay, this caught my attention, and it's probably caught yours as well. Most people will put this down to the fast success to a saturation. Okay, to a saturation of what's going on, and that's just not the case. Okay, that is just not the case. So here we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, and as you can see there, that's me and my partner Louise. We got started this 10 months ago, and as I've said, what we've got now is something special. Okay, but OrganoGold in the UK specifically has not scratched the surface of what we can do. There's no saturation. Most people have not even heard of the brand. So for me, it just made perfect sense. And we've got this ability now to really build this brand. Okay, so you're seeing an opportunity tonight. Okay, but when I was first approached, I was told by Mr. Doyle that he had found the greatest product ever designed for networking. Okay, so I was open-minded of thinking, what is it? Is it a new juice? Is it a new utilities? Is it a new skin range? What is it? And when he told me it was coffee, I was a little bit demotivated. As at the time, I did not drink coffee, and I've always taught that you must be a product of the product. And I thought, right, I definitely came from a consumer perspective, and for me, if I didn't drink coffee, then do other people drink coffee? I kind of thought like that. But what he told me to have was what's called a Warren Buffett mindset, and for me, that means what you like to do should be a hobby of yours. What the world does should be your business. And right now, okay, I'm seeing more and more that coffee is big business. It's the second most consumed drink next to water. It's the second most traded commodity on Wall Street next to oil and petroleum. Okay, and when we got started in the UK 10 months ago, no one had really built anything of significance. We had to do it the hard way. We had to really build the brand we had a lot of issues and problems, which have all passed now. We're moving to what I call Wave 2. This is Project 2000, okay? And when I got started originally 10 months ago, I got started with 10 boxes and began sampling the product, okay, and drinking the product ourselves. I didn't tell anyone it was network marketing, didn't tell anyone it was a business. I started by simply giving away free samples to gain some feedback. And what I found quickly was from every 10 samples that I give away, 5 became customers and 1 became a distributor. My numbers were significantly higher at the time, okay? Results not typical, so don't be typical. But I had never been a big product guy, okay? I'd always marketed products and services, but I was never a big product guy. I always led with what I call the opportunity. But this made me realize that anybody could touch this business, this opportunity, and make it work. Okay, I use an example of Julie. Julie was a coffee customer, gave her a lot of samples, and she came to me the very next day and she'd sold 4 boxes as a result of just trying the coffee and sharing it with friends at work. So I knew that this could work, okay? And our company's generated great success from very, very little network marketing experience in terms of who they had in the business, okay? And we had a limited product range, the launch of just 3 flavors, the black, the latte, and the mocha. And you had people like Steve and Rhonda Martin making it work, okay? You had people like Josie Ardone, David Imonitie, people who had no experience in network marketing, okay? Might have had experience in business, but not this model. And they made it work, okay? And this was all built through a business methodology. Just some examples of facts and figures. In 2008, when the company started, it generated $2 million in sales from just sampling the product, okay? This works. 2009 generated 9 million with the exact same 4 steps and the exact same 4 questions, which we always teach, and I'm going to talk about a little bit later on. 2010 did 47 million. In 2011 did 152 million. In 2012, 300 million. In 2013 did just under $350 million in sales, okay? And as I said, this is with no experience of networking, and people like Marianne Node, who's our senior business partner, has made this work with no experience, but love the product, love the reishi mushroom, the Ganoderma, which I'm going to explain a little bit later on. Okay, but right now, Project 2000 has started, Wave 2 has started. So let me take a little time to explain why coffee, okay, and why network marketing. Many of you have probably heard about OrganoGold. The seasoned networkers on the call probably have the same idea that I had at the time. How the hell can you make money selling coffee? Well, what I've recognized, okay, and what we've all recognized now as a group is, unlike other networked products, coffee doesn't require a pitch, okay? Coffee does not require a sales pitch. What I figured out is that people don't spend money on things they need. They do, however, spend money on things they want. And people wake up every morning for that desire to have coffee, green tea, their drink of choice, okay? And this is why our results are so strong. Number one, it's not a fad. Coffee is recession proof. People will never stop drinking coffee. Coffee drinkers are always going to be developed. It's a habit that's formed, okay? This will always be around. Number two, you've got companies like Starbucks, Costa, and Caffè Nero in the UK who have made it acceptable to charge £2, £3, £4, even £5 for a cup of coffee, okay? They created what's called the gourmet coffee industry. You're probably asking yourself the question, well, what's the difference between regular coffee and gourmet? It's typically the price. And gourmet coffee industry has grown massively. You've got companies then who saw the success Starbucks was having, and you've got companies like McDonald's who were already selling coffee. They've been selling coffee actually from 1977, which was basically an inexperienced add-on, and they never saw the profit potential in that. So what they did was they rebranded it. They networked out there, and they relaunched what's called now as the McCafe. Okay, you've now got businessmen going into McDonald's to have their coffee and to access free Wi-Fi. What McDonald's did was they put a strong marketing campaign together. They actually moved 70% of their ad budget to the McCafe range. They brought out a new cup with a spill-proof lid. They increased the price, and now McDonald's every single quarter are producing tens of millions of dollars in revenue. Okay, you've got companies like Burger King who followed suit. They launched the Ice Mocha, and they recently launched, or are looking to launch, a new latte and mocha range, which is expected in 2015 to increase sales by over 10 billion. Okay, coffee achieved a growth rate 7 to 8 times that of the British economy. So we're more and more, okay, market trends. The UK is now becoming a nation of coffee lovers. Okay, you've got companies in the States like Dunkin' Donuts who changed their logo from a donut to a coffee mug. Okay, and these companies all figured out that coffee is a commodity. Okay, and companies all around the world are catching on to this trend. You've now got Costa who serve vending machine coffee in the services for over £3 a drink. Okay, right place, right time, opportunity is coffee. So what I did was, I didn't listen to my father-in-law, I didn't listen to what my mum thought or what other networkers thought. I looked at the CEOs of these major companies. I looked at what they were doing, okay? And what I did, what happened when I put all this together was, it was what I call a clue, okay? A clue. And with that, That's exactly why I launched in the coffee industry. Okay, as I've said, the purpose of this call is to launch Project 2000. It's to, now more than ever, we've got professionals who are taking a look at this, and it's all relevant. Whether you want to make, whatever you want to make, it's all relevant. This vehicle for me is uncapped. It's all professionally and performance based, and for me, coffee and networking is going to be the bridge to where I want to get to. We can't guarantee anything. Listen, it's all performance and effort based. And are you willing to follow a system that's worked? Okay. It's the #1 ranked momentum company in all of network marketing now, and check out the top earners. Do your own diligence research. You'll see that most of the top earners are now in Organo Gold. Okay, and there's a reason for that. Okay, they originally launched with 3 flavors: black latte and mocha. But they started catching up. They started bringing out more and more products. As you can see here, you've got more product range, which is coming through. Okay, and for me, you've now even got the capsules, and that moves on to the difference between our coffee and the other coffees out there. Is a herb called Ganoderma. Okay, Ganoderma, and as you can see, taste the difference, feel the difference. It's a natural treasure of China, allows the body to perform the way it was supposed to perform. Okay, and as I've said, I've always worked in nutrition, always worked in that, and I quickly found out that people don't like capsules. People will start using them and they'll get halfway through the tub and stop, but people never stop drinking coffee. So why not take the health and put that into the habit? And for me, that's genius. Okay, Organo Gold are also starting now to put Ganoderma in other products like toothpaste and body creams, which is coming. So as I said, what you need to know now is from a system standpoint, how do you market this product? How do you take it to the market? And to start with, you give away free coffee. Okay, you give away free coffee, and from that, we've grown to where we are now. Okay, I use the Facebook example. Facebook, the largest database of people ever known. Okay, launched theirs from having a free account, an email link referral. I use the example, if Facebook was to charge just 1 penny, it wouldn't be where it is now. You've got companies like AOL who give away free CDs for their internet provider. Okay, and we've built the sample base off what I call the 4 questions. Okay, the 4 questions are like this: do you or anyone you know drink coffee or tea at least occasionally? The second question to ask is, how do you drink it? Is it black? Is it milk and sugar? Is it green tea? Is it red tea? Okay. The third question, what brand do you typically drink? Is it Starbucks? Is it Dow Egberts? Is it Nescafe? Okay. Well, when's the last time Starbucks paid you? This is the 4th question. When was the last time Starbucks paid you for drinking or recommending that coffee? They might laugh, they might joke, but the answer is always never. Okay. And what I found is for every 10 samples that I give away using those 4 questions, 10 will become, sorry, out of the 10 samples, 5 will become customers and 1 will become a distributor. And there's no need for high-level trainings, no need for product information. Okay, the mantra of this business is it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. Okay, and the 2 things the company do to generate is number 1, we build a community of coffee drinkers. Okay, we're now open in 37 plus countries. Our aim is to capture 1% of the coffee drinkers in that countries and them towns, wherever. Okay, and the second, what we do, the second part of business is we recruit and we enroll entrepreneurs so we can build a large community of coffee drinkers. We can make that community larger. Okay, the whole foundation is coffee drinkers, whether that's direct, wholesale, or distributors. Okay, and with those 2 activities explained in mind, we get paid in 7 ways. The first way to be paid is retail. And what we teach you that is keep it simple. It's a business of profit, as we've explained. And the retail is the foundation. You earn a minimum 50%, all the way up to 500, depending on how you market it. Okay, it's all down to you. We've got people who do trade shows. We've got people who sell it person to person, home to home, home events. However, okay, there's definitely a market out there. It makes sense. You're supplying the demand, and that one's just nice and easy. Okay, and with that, you're getting your investment back as well. The second way to be paid is what's called a fast track commission. So the business builders on the call tonight, you're going to have what's called an option of enrolling with 1 or 3 packages. That's the bronze, silver, and gold, which I'll explain a little bit later on. Every time you enroll or bring in an entrepreneur, you're going to be paid up to £95 on those packs, and there's no limit on the number that you can have. Okay, the third way to be paid is Dual Team. The experienced network marketers on the call tonight will know this as a binary system. And basically, to get started with this, you need to build 2 communities. You build one on the left, one on the right. You build 2 sales teams, as I've said. And at the end of every week, OrganoGold will take a scan of your entire organization all the way through infinity, and they will pay you up to 20% of the lesser leg. The cap reaches up to £20,000 per week. Okay, nice accelerated income. Ways 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are what's called residual income. Okay, every time someone drinks, reorders, you are compensated in your organization. Let me ask you 2 questions, okay, to better show you how this works. Number 1, all you need to answer tonight on this call is these 2 questions. Number 1, do you believe you can change the brand of 10 people in 30 days to OrganoGold? Okay, I did that in 4 hours. Okay, 10 customers. What we find is this is just an example. Each customer typically buys 2 boxes. The average price per box is £25 per box. That's going to be every single month, just from changing the brand of people, £230 profit. Okay, that's £2,760 per year. Results not typical, so don't be typical. That's just an example. The second question to ask is, over 18 months, do you believe you can build a team of 1,000 business partners? Okay, not personally, collectively. A team of 1,000 with the 10 customers we've explained. That's going to be 10,000 customers. 20,000 boxes of coffee if the customer buys 2 boxes, which is typical. 300,000 in total coffee sales on business. OrganoGold say they will pay you between, the residual system will pay you out between 8 and 12%. Let's just go down the middle. Let's say 10%. That's £20,000. Okay. And right now you need to start realizing that this is possible. Okay. I used to earn that a year. Okay. It's crazy. But it's all relative. Whatever you want to get out of it, you can put in. But just ask yourself those 2 questions specifically for the seasoned veteran networkers on the call. Okay, that's just from residual retail sales, not bringing in networkers like yourself tonight. Okay, the last income is the car bonus. The UK have just recently launched the Dream Car Club, where OrganoGold will pay a note towards a car. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so ask about that. That's just been launched in the UK. And you get the opportunity to do this for just £40 to get started. Okay, that's going to give you access to wholesale purchases. That's going to give you the ability to start building a group, to enroll distributors, and that's it. Okay, you've got that, and that's £40. And people who want to move quicker, like yourselves, you have the option of promotional packs. I've explained. You've got the bronze pack. Okay, the bronze pack is £130 add-on, and that's going to give you £130 worth of product plus up to 10% on the dual team. The silver is £340. That's going to give you £340 worth of product and up to 15% on the dual team. That's a 50% increase in income straight away. The gold pack, which I did after 7 days, is £1,050. It's going to give you that amount of product plus up to 20% on the dual team. That's what I did. That's what the winners on the call will do. And as I've said, okay, and that's it. Okay, that's it. And wave 2, Project 2000, what we're launching is we're getting people of experience looking at what we're doing now. We're getting people of experience joining our business. You've got people like Greg Norman, okay, who's just helped us launch our espresso machine. Okay, we've now got pods and capsules to offer to the market. That's a new way of drinking coffee. Right place, right time, right opportunity. And you've got people like Manny Pacquiao who've joined the business. Okay, and as I've said, our goal is to capture 1% of the European coffee market. Any country we go into, like UK, like Wales, like Scotland, whatever, our goal is to capture 1% of that specific market. Okay, in regards to the European market, within 3 years, that represents £87 million per month in sales. With the 50% payout in the compensation plan, as I've explained, that's £44 million per month in distributor commissions paid back to the distributor. So thank you for taking the time out. This is a very quick launch call, the first of its kind. We're giving you the first mover's advantage by taking a look at this tonight. I highly recommend you get positioned. Thank you for taking the time out. I believe this is the greatest opportunity I've ever seen. This is why I'm all in, taking this to the moon. Right place, right time, right people. Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee. Go back to the person who mentioned this to you, who got you on the call. They got you on the call for a reason. They see you as a person of influence, a person who can take this all the way in the UK. And Remember, it's easy, it's simple, it's coffee, and I will see you at the top.